Yo, what is up guys? Welcome to another Wild Rift video, and today's game, oh what a banger. And it's not a banger because I was dominating, it is a banger because I played terribly. So let me explain. A lot of you guys asked me to upload gameplay where I play really badly, so today is one of those days. Also, today's game went to like super late game, as you can see in the video duration, 30+ minute video. So you have to watch this one. I'm not gonna spoil anything, you just have to watch it. So in the beginning part of the video, I'm gonna explain to you how to build full ability power Gragas. If you want to skip to the gameplay, timestamps in the description. So okay, this is not tank Gragas, this is full AP Gragas, and the playstyle is completely different. The build is completely different, but yeah, about the playstyle later on in the video. Let's now talk about the build. So you start with a Liandry's. This is like the core item for Gragas. It works perfectly with his abilities. It's such a good item for him. And you start with this item, Hunting Goose, because it's a broken item. This item just provides you so much value for the gold that you spent for it. So you start with the Hunting Goose, and then you go for Liandry's. You should be able to get the Liandry's before the first dragon. If you just farm really well in the early game, you should be able to get it before the first dragon. After Liandry's, make sure you buy tier 1 boots. You don't necessarily need to buy tier 2 boots. Like, you could go for the Ionian Boots of Lucidity for the cooldown, and you actually really need the Ionian Boots of Lucidity because let me show you real quick. 0 cooldown, only 10 cooldown, 0 cooldown, 0 cooldown, and 0 cooldown. So you only get 10 ability haste, so that's why you actually in 100% of your games go for Ionian Boots of Lucidity on full AP Gragas, guys. So after your Liandry's, as I said, you buy Boots of Speed. You don't necessarily need Ionian Boots yet because you're gonna have a lot of mana problems. So I recommend you to just straight up build the Lich Bane, because this is such a massive power spike that you get on Gragas. After you finish off the Lich Bane, the playstyle changes as well. See, when you have the Liandry's, your playstyle mainly revolves around your first ability, but when you finish your Lich Bane, your playstyle actually also changes into like engaging with your third ability, because basically, you drink the beer, the second ability, you engage with the third ability, and you smash the beer on their faces. That's where the damage from Lich Bane comes from, guys. So that's where your playstyle changes, and more on that during the gameplay part of the video. So as your third item, you can decide yourself what you want to do. You can either go for Infinity Orb, or you can go for the Rabadon's Death Cap. Let me explain how you can choose. So if you go for the Rabadon's Death Cap, you mainly want to focus on your first ability, right? Like with the Rabadon's Death Cap, your first ability is going to deal massive damage, really good for poking. If you go for the Infinity Orb, however, you're more focused on like engaging, you know, your third ability and your second ability. Let me explain why. Because first of all, it makes you tankier. It gives you 200 max health. Secondly, more movement speed. Third of all, it gives you that flat magic penetration, which is really good against squishy targets. And of course, the crit damage when the enemy is below 35% HP. So this one is an absolute banger if you want to like hard engage on squishy enemies, especially if they're low. So that's how you can decide if you either want to go for Rabadon's or Infinity Orb. So if you build a Rabadon's third item, you go for Infinity Orb fourth item. If you build Infinity Orb third item, you go for Rabadon's fourth item. But let me tell you guys one thing. If you're against a lot of tanks, which I was in this game by the way, and I made a mistake with my build. If you're against a lot of tanks, you should build Rabadon's third and then Void Staff fourth. Maybe even Void Staff third if you're against like really a lot of tanks. Like if you're against 2 or 3 tanks that are building magic resist, just go for the Void Staff third item. Otherwise, get it as your fourth item. But as I said, if you just want to blow up those squishies and you don't care about tanks, this is how you want to build it, right? Liandry's, Lich Bane, Infinity Orb, Rabadon's, and then the Void Staff. Always build the Void Staff, by the way. So about your enchantments, there's a few enchantments that you can go for. First of all, Stasis Enchant. Go for the Stasis Enchant if you like want to engage and buy time for your team. You know, throw your ultimate, do everything, and then you go into the Stasis Enchant because you're not tanky, guys. You are not tanky with this build at all. You're super squishy. So Stasis, if you want to engage, do all the damage that you can, buy time for your team. And if you want to be able to chase enemies, go for the Protobelt Enchant. Protobelt is so good to get close to them and then hit them with your third ability. So if you want to chase them, go for the Protobelt. Okay, on to the runes. So as my first one, see, this is a bit controversial because you would think that Electrocute is the way to go on AP Gragas because burst damage, right? And here I'm telling you no. I'm telling you, don't go for Electrocute. Let me tell you why. So, okay, it's true Electrocute gives you okay burst damage, right? Like when you do your full engage, it gives you pretty good burst damage. But let me explain. In the Baron lane, you're likely going to be against like either an annoying matchup or a tanky matchup. See, Grasp of the Undying is what's going to help you out here. Gragas has a lot of health anyways, and as you can see, Leandris gives you 250 max health as well. So Grasp of the Undying is just really good for that early game to allow you to win your lane. Like this is gonna make you, this is gonna allow you to win your lane and do a lot of damage. So that's why Grasp of the Undying is better than Electrocute. Electrocute is just, it's just not a good rune. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It's just not that good of a rune. As your second rune, Brutal. See, I used to go for Champion, but Champion got nerfed and it's just not worth over the Brutal anymore. Especially in the Baron lane where you're going to be playing against those tanks, Brutal, which gives you 2% armor penetration, magic penetration, is going to be totally worth it. As your third rune, Hunter Titan. See, Hunter Titan is really good because it allows you to escape from the enemies. But there's actually other runes that you can also go for, which is Adaptive Carapace. If the enemy has like a lot of attack damage and you feel like only attack damage is really gonna hit you, you can get the Adaptive Carapace. But generally, I go for Hunter Titan, just for that late game tenacity, which is really important, because when you're engaging into the enemy and they stun you, root you, charm you, you could die, right? Because you're super squishy. But with the Hunter Titan, you can actually escape. Sweet Tooth, because Sweet Tooth is broken. You want to go for Sweet Tooth, guys. As your spells, Flash and Ignite, very important. So that was it about the build. Let's get into the gameplay. So again, so sorry for not editing the video. It's 3 AM right now, and I gotta be honest with you guys. Today I was actually with my friends all day. I was playing football with them, and that's why, you know, I didn't really have a lot of time to do YouTube. So apologies, really. I know lately I've been like a bit, you know, I haven't really edited a lot of videos, but that's just because I was very busy, right? Like I was the analyst for the Origin series. I'm hanging out with my friends too. I don't want to burn myself out, right? Like I would rather make videos every day than and maybe a little less quality, because there's no editing, instead of skipping a day and, you know, just resting. I really hope you guys understand, because it's either daily videos or it's me burning out completely. I don't want to burn out, you know. I'm taking care of myself. I don't want to burn myself out. I love doing this, but it's still work. And, you know, if you work every day, all day, it's too much. That's why I'm taking these little breaks every now and then. Okay, enough about that. Let's talk about the game. So here, the Garen, for some weird ass reason, has fleet footwork, which is so stupid. I have Grasp of the Undying, and that means I'm gonna fight him. So let me talk about this Garen. You can see that we're going on the Garen. I drink my beer, I flashed on him, but unfortunately he flashed exactly when I flashed. That was such unlucky timing, but honestly, it was kinda like we should have seen it coming. He was obviously gonna flash. I just thought that I was gonna be able to hit him like 1 millisecond before his flash, but I wasn't. So what was I gonna say? This Garen that you're seeing right here, he is gonna become the biggest problem he's gonna become the biggest problem ever in this game. He is gonna be the most tanky and annoying champion to deal with in the absolute late game of this game. So you really have to see how it's gonna be. You know, I'm not gonna say if we won or lost this game, because it's just very interesting to watch. So let's take a look at this Garen. He's very low. Already used his flash. I'm looking at where he's walking, so he can't juke me. Easy peasy kill. So I just killed the Garen, and that's because of the Grasp of the Undying. If I didn't have Grasp of the Undying, I would never be able to trade evenly with a Garen, guys. And trust me, guys, Electrocute would have not done anything against Garen. It wouldn't have done anything. You really need that Grasp of the Undying. Like, just don't go for Electrocute. It's totally not worth it, guys. So when you're playing full AP Gragas, obviously you fully upgrade the first ability. This is your main damage source in the early game and mid game, and you can just do a lot of poke damage with it. And in this game, I'm already going to reveal to you guys one thing. I dealt 48,000 damage, and it was by far the most damage in my entire team. So, you know, you'll see how I did that much damage. Okay. So you can see here, I'm actually dealing quite a lot of damage to the Garen. And the reason for that is obviously because I already killed him one time. I shopped, and that's what making me super strong right now. So what I want to do now, I want to keep snowballing the Garen, because Garen is Garen, and if he can get ahead, he's gonna demolish us. Just take a look, Camille and Garen on top of me. I throw my ultimate to push the Camille out. I did die to the Garen ultimate, but Lee Sin got the kill on the Garen as well. Honestly, guys, what can you do against Garen ultimate? Nothing. Really, you cannot do anything. Especially with Gragas, you just, you can't do anything. In the late game, however, you can get Stasis Enchant to obviously block the Garen ultimate. Which I did buy in the late game, by the way. And the reason that I bought Stasis Enchant in this game, I'm already gonna tell you guys, is they have two champions which I can block a lot of damage or CC from, which is Garen and Camille. So blocking Camille ult with Stasis Enchant is so damn important, and I just don't see a lot of people do it. And I really want to encourage you guys to, when you're against a Camille, buy Stasis Enchant, and like, trust me guys, it's not that hard to block. Really, it's not that hard. I know it's challenging, I know, I'm not saying it's easy, but like, if you're paying real close attention to the enemy Camille and you have a Stasis Enchant, you can do it. Trust me, I'm telling you, you can do it. And you just have to believe in yourself, focus on the Camille and block it. That's what you need to do. Okay, so the dragon is up, and here I'm pushing out the wave and I'm rotating. See, this is what you can do as a Baron laner to be faster at the dragon. When you're in a 1v1 situation in the Baron lane, what you can do is push out the wave and immediately walk towards dragon. So right now, as you can see, the Garen is coming after me. So let's take a look what's gonna happen. Garen is after me, so take a look at this. I have already completely cleaned up the fight, guys. This is how important it can be if you are just a few seconds earlier than the enemy Baron laner. So the whole way, like the way that I did it, was I pushed out my wave. Oh, here I'm just going on the Camille because I really want to make sure she doesn't go onto the dragon. And I was just sleeping her. So, like, take a look at what I'm doing. I'm farming. Camille is on top. All the enemies are missing. Orianna, I just saw Orianna. I'm still staying for some reason. Kai'Sa, and I die. This is the most deserved death ever. What the hell was I doing? What the hell was I doing? I don't want to scream because it's 3 AM, but yeah, I even told my team, brain fart. I had a brain fart. So what happened there is I had no map awareness. I just gave the enemies a very important free kill. I gave Garen free lane. I lost a lot of farm. This is so damn horrible. Absolutely horribly played by me. Like this is what loses you games, guys. Always pay attention to your map. Don't make the mistake that I just made, which is, it may not seem like it's a big mistake, but trust me guys, it was a huge mistake. Absolutely huge mistake. It cost me farm. I gave a bounty to the enemies. Garen got a plate for my turret. It's just so stupid, so stupid. I hate to rewatch it, but I'm gonna upload it anyways because you guys, sorry for that noise. You guys really wanted to see the bad games as well, right? So I'm doing it. Let's take a look at this. So obviously when you're playing Gragas, ability power Gragas, you really want to spam your first ability, right? It's like all about the first ability here, boom, just like that. You just want to keep harassing the enemies with your first ability, and in these longer fights, you are going to do a lot of damage. But see, let's take a look at the enemy composition, which is Orianna. And Orianna sadly deals more sustained damage than a Gragas. But there is a but, and I am gonna ask you guys right now, what is the but that I'm talking about right now? And I'm gonna make it a little easier for you guys for the testing your knowledge today. Wait, I don't want to spoil it though. I just want to make it a bit easier. So late game team fights are gonna be like sustained team fights, right? Or burst heavy team fights. Are we gonna win a sustained team fight, like a longer team fight? Yes or no? And let me know why. And think, guys, look at our composition and look at the enemy composition and decide yourself, is my team gonna win the late game sustain fight, or is the enemy team gonna win? Enemy has Orianna, Kai'Sa, Camille, Nami, and our team has Sona, Akali, Lee Sin, Ezreal, and me. So Put that in the comments, and I am not gonna answer the question. You just have to see in the late game what's gonna happen, and you'll see an answer to your question. So think about it and put an answer. So if it's like even, right? If it's even, if both teams are even. Garen just went for the heal. He is under my turret, so I did use my ultimate on him. I'm dealing a lot of damage to this Garen though. Ooh, if I had hit my first ability there, I would have actually flashed on him and killed him. But unfortunately I missed it, so I couldn't kill him. So sad actually, like I would have definitely killed him if I hit my first ability there. Man, Garen is so broken. It's crazy how broken this champ is. And like what he did to our team in the late game was just so stupid. It's just so stupid. And huh, we're already 15 minutes into this video, but the game is not even halfway done yet. That's how crazy this game is gonna get. This is gonna be a long ass video. Oh, and they gank me. I flashed, but Garen used his ultimate. That was yeah. So what I said here, like, look, if you rewind the video here, you can understand why I'm sending this in the chat right now. The reason for that is because Camille, which is the enemy jungler, ganked my lane. I didn't expect the Camille to be there because it would have been a free dragon for my team. All my team had to do was stay near the dragon, and when Camille was in the bot side, get the dragon for free. See, this is what you can do in a team. If the enemy jungler goes to Baron lane to gank when the dragon is up, you just take the dragon. It's that easy. It's really that easy, guys. Oh, he flashed. I cannot reach him. I couldn't reach him. Take a look at the Garen, guys. Just take a look at this stupid Garen. How tanky is this champion? Look at this. I have full damage build, and I'm like not dealing any damage to this Garen. Look at this. How crazy is that? Even the Ezreal is like trying to damage him, but you can already see at level 10 he's already this annoying. So imagine a level 15 Garen. Yeah, I'm going on the Garen here, but it's really not doing anything, as you can see. And okay, so when you're playing against the Garen, you do not disrespect his ultimate. So Garen can pretty much always kill you when you're under like 30% HP. He's just gonna kill you. So keep that in mind, guys. You know, when you're against a Garen, you just don't want to take a fight when the enemies are going to be able to get you low very easily. You only want to take a fight against a Garen when you have your entire team around you. Or, of course, if you can win a 1v1, right? But you basically never want to dive 1v2, 1v3 against a Garen, because the Garen is going to kill you if you just become a little low, which is annoying, right? And these enemies just got the Mountain Dragon, which is quite an annoying dragon because we have Gragas ability power and Ezreal. These are both kind of poke champions, and the Mountain Dragon obviously counters that, so it's not good for us to see. Yeah, this like we kind of threw this game. Like you know, these bad calls that I've made, where I in the early game after a dragon, where I gave them the kills, and where I gave the Garen free farm and a free turret plate. That's ultimately what has gotten them ahead, and especially the Garen. And I gave Garen another kill after that, and I gave him another kill like 1 minute ago. See, this is what you never want to do, guys. When you're playing against a Garen, you do not disrespect a Garen. You respect a Garen, even if a Garen is behind. It's Garen. It's a broken champion, so you just have to respect him. Fight him with your team. Don't go in 1v2 against a Camille Garen. Don't go in 1v3. Don't do that. You're just never gonna accomplish anything. You are never gonna burst down a Garen, guys. It's just not gonna happen. So let's take a look at this team fight. This is looking really good for us. All of the enemies are walking in a choke point. However, the Orianna is dealing a lot of damage. But I also, you know, I'm kind of out-trading the Orianna in this game right now. Oh no, I overextended. Akali just went in for some reason. We're just not on the same page with our team right now, and like we need to think of a way that we can win this game. So let me give you guys an answer on the testing your knowledge. The answer is Sona and yes. We can win late game fights if we do it correctly. Only if we do it correctly. If we just poke, like all we do is poke and sustain and no one goes in, we win the fight. See, the reason for that is because the enemy only has a Nami. Nami is not going to be able to heal up the entire team. Our team has a Sona. See, when you get Sona to the late game, which is where she becomes an absolute powerhouse, she can heal up the entire team like a million times in a row. And that's ultimately what should be our way to win the game, right? Like the Sona. And it sounds very easy right now that I'm talking about it, but they have a Garen. And this is what's just so annoying about this game. It's gonna take us so much damage to kill a Garen, to kill the enemy frontline. So if the enemy plays their composition correctly, all they gotta do is go in with the Garen and just do a lot of damage to our team. And the Garen can go for Bramblefest to deny healing from our team, and they should win the fight. See, that is the problem, of course. And by the way, guys, I want to ask you, if you're enjoying AP Gragas, make sure you give this video a like. If this video reaches 1000 likes, I'll make another AP Gragas video. But I'll make an AP Gragas video where I stomp the enemies next time, if you guys want to see it. So if you guys want to see more, give the video a like. 1000 likes and I'll do it again. So here, this is not a good point for us to fight, because Orianna can deal an insane amount of damage here. Like here you can see, this is not looking good for us. So what I did is I used my ultimate to push all of the enemies away, and they killed our Sona. And if they kill our Sona, we disengage. We don't fight. We just don't fight anymore, because Sona is the only way that we could possibly win the game. And that was such a stupid spot for us to fight, because the Orianna was able to safely hit us with her balls. And like, you know, Orianna's balls on your face are really heavy, and it just hurts, man. It hurts to have her balls on your face. So you don't want to have her balls on your face if you cannot do anything about it. You want to be able to do something about it, right? Like you want to smash her in her face as well. Yeah, they're going for the Baron, which is very interesting against the Lee Sin and a Gragas. So let's take a look what's gonna happen. Oh, the Lee Sin just pulls off a classic Lee Sin steal. What a beautiful play from the Lee Sin. Absolutely amazing steal. And I love how the Garen is literally taking like maybe 2 damage. Like, look at this. I almost have 3 offensive items, and I'm dealing no damage to the Garen. How crazy is that? But it's okay. So we got the Baron now. And what we want to do with this Baron is put as much pressure to the enemy as we can. How do we do that? Push 3 lanes. Push top lane, mid lane and bot lane. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push bot lane on my own. And I hope that my team is going to push mid and top. So I'm looking at the map right now. And they are actually pushing. And the enemies are going for the dragon. But I am like, who cares about the Cloud Dragon, right? I would prefer to take turrets at this point. Like, screw the Cloud Dragon. No one cares about the Cloud Dragon. I just want to push turrets. My team just needs to push. That's it. You know, screw the dragon. We just need to push. And it's actually okay, because it's just a Cloud Dragon. It's not really that important. So, I'm picking my team. Guys, I'm going for turrets. I just want to get turrets to get us ahead in this game and maybe allow us to win a fight. I'm telling my team, push top, guys. What are you doing? Like, they're not even pushing top. And here I even put it in the chat, because that's how we can apply a lot of pressure to them. We need turrets. We need to take turrets. I cannot go to bot lane anymore because the enemies could rotate to me. So finally my team rotates to top lane. And this is the way to apply a lot of pressure on the enemy team with Baron, guys. So let's take a look at what's going to happen here. We're pushing with 3 lanes. This is the ultimate thing that you can do with Baron, guys. Pushing 3 lanes. This is the ultimate pressure that you can put on the enemies. So let's take a look. He dived a little too far. I'm trying to fight the Garen under my minions here, and like, it's just not working. It's just not working. It is just not working. I'm trying, but Garen has his ultimate, guys. That's why he's continuing to fight me. What a stupid champion. What a stupid champion. I was at like 40% HP and he just one-shotted me with his ultimate. What an absolute joke of a champion. Like, honestly, come on. What a joke. It's so stupid. I'm still tilted from that death. I shouldn't have died there. I should have had that kill. Yeah, and this is not looking too good. There are no objectives up, however, so it's okay. And yeah, like, you know, the Ezreal's farming, which is really, really good. This is what you want to do as an Ezreal as well. Especially when your team is dead, you don't want to waste time. Just take the jungle and farm up. Especially because we have a Lee Sin. Like, Lee Sin is pretty useless in the late game, except for his ultimate. So Ezreal should take the jungle right now. You know, he should be farming up the jungle. So the Baron is spawning again. And yeah, if we lose a fight here, it could be like the game. It would probably be the game, because if they take Baron right now, it's so bad for us. Also because the Elder Dragon is going to be spawning soon. I don't know why I took that, by the way. And now we have a problem, guys. We have a problem. As you can see, there is a Garen in the top lane. So I looked at the builds right there, and I saw that the Garen has teleport boots. So what the enemy is planning to do is they want to apply pressure on the top side of the map. No one is going to be able to kill Garen unless we rotate on him with 4 man. And of course, what's going to happen if we rotate on him as 4 man? They're going to get the Baron. So as you can see, like, the Akali and the Lee Sin are trying to kill him, but the Garen is at 100% HP because it's Garen. So I am not helping them, right? Like, I'm not going to go there. All I'm doing here is I'm poking the enemies, because the enemies are going to have a hard time sustaining our poke. Just because they only have a Nami. Like, Nami is not going to be able to do that much. Like, here you can see the Akali is like desperately struggling against the Garen. And yet again, I am not rotating. I'm just not rotating. Because the second that I rotate to that Garen, they're going to take to a Baron. So I engage into the enemy here, and the Garen is going in. And here you can see, oh, I blocked the Camille with the stasis, by the way. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I bought time for my team. And let's see how this fight is gonna go. So we are low, but we have a Sona, guys. We are low, but we have a Sona. So let's take a look. Everyone goes close to the Sona, and Sona is doing an amazing job at healing us up. Here, look at this. This is allowing us to continuously fight the enemies, even though they are actually dealing more damage than us. Like, Orianna deals so much damage, it's crazy, and she definitely outdamages all. But look at how much healing the Sona has as well. And that's ultimately what should win us the game, right? So let's take a look at this. Here we're just kind of applying pressure to them. We want them to engage. So again, I am not going in. All I'm doing is I'm hitting my first ability on the enemy and just poking them. I'm allowing the Sona to heal us up, and the Ezreal just died, which is really stupid, by the way. Yeah, this is really stupid. Ezreal dying right there was really stupid. All he had to do was stay behind us, let the Sona heal us, and all we had to do was poke the enemy. Just poke them. They are not gonna outpoke us, out-sustain us, sorry. So if we just continuously harass them with pokes, they're not gonna be able to do anything. So here we don't want them to go back, actually. That's why we're, like, kinda starting the Elder Dragon. We just don't want them to go back. Here, take a look at this. I am fighting with the Sona, and just take a look at my damage, guys. Whoa. That's the power of AP Gragas if an enemy is low, guys. When you have that Infinity Orb, you're gonna deal so much damage. Here, the Sona is like the absolute MVP in these fights. We can go back right here, because... oh, we killed their jungler, we killed the Nami, so we can just go back, reset, and... right now... we should do the Elder Dragon. Go back and go to the Elder Dragon. Like, right now they have death timers, right? Their jungler is dead. Lee Sin can just smite the Elder Dragon. This is the easiest Elder Dragon ever. So here I'm telling my team, hey guys, let's go for the Elder Dragon. It's free. It's a free Elder Dragon. So, of course, the whole team follows up. And we're gonna start this Elder Dragon. It's the Elder Infernal Dragon. And if we get this, it should secure us the win, right? Because... it's gonna become way easier to kill a Garen if we take this. And yes, we took it, the Elder Dragon. But this doesn't actually secure the win yet, as you'll see in this game. But this makes it like infinitely easier, right? Because we have so much more damage. We have true damage to deal with the Garen. Like, finally the Garen is not gonna be unkillable anymore. Here, take a look. Like, look at how much damage we're dealing to the Garen now. Finally. And the Sona healing is just insane. Like, look at that healing. It's just crazy how much she can heal into the late game. Maybe I should make a Sona video. Should I make a Sona video? I have seriously never played Sona in my entire life. So I might actually just pick her up and make a video on her just because of watching how this Sona is playing for us right now. She's like the absolute MVP in this game right now. She's healing us up so much. But enemy has level 15 Garen. Like what the hell is that? Level 15 Garen? And here, see, our playstyle with the Elder Dragon is gonna be disengage. Let the true damage do a lot of damage. And then, you know, just keep poking them. Because the true damage is gonna be the MVP for our team right now. And here you can see that is ultimately how we won the fight. And how we won the game. We can just finish the game right now. I'm gonna chase this Garen. Because why the hell not? And my team can just finish the game. There it is, guys. So this is the end. We actually finished the game. I played horribly. Like the early game that I did in this game was absolutely horrible. If I had just played normally, we would have probably been able to actually win the game normally, right? We still won the game because me and the team really played well around the Sona, except for the Ezreal in that last fight, but it's okay. But see, this is how you can still win these late game team fights. Look at your composition, look at the enemy composition, and decide yourself, how can we win team fights? You know, what do we need to do to win team fights? So thank you guys so much for watching. Let's take a look at how much damage I did. Let's take a look. Sona MVP, of course. 48,000 damage as an AP Gragas. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next Wild Rift video. Bye bye.